Hi, Karen from Quantum Heart Awakening. This will be a Divine Masculine check-in. So if you remember in the Twin Flame reading where we left off with the Divine Masculine energy, they were struggling to access their discernment to make wise decisions that were in alignment with their heart's true desires. There was something about not being able to access their heart's deepest truth, or rather accessing it, but not being able to discern what actions to take, or even another level of that is knowing their choice, knowing which actions to take, and or there were still blockages that were unavoidable that prevented them from enacting any of these things. It seems to me that this energy is continuing, unfortunately. There is a lot of indecisive energy, very scattered. They're questioning themselves, they're questioning their past choices. Where's my, I don't know where my feather is. Oh, here it is. It fell down. That's what happened. Whoops, I'm shaking everything. So if you could see in this card here, there's almost like what looks to be a mobile, like a mobile that parents would hang over a crib or something. And hanging off of it are all of these life choices. We have the caduceus, which is this, symbol of Kundalini or Gnosis, or modernly used to symbolize the medical field. We have a diploma, maybe accessing self-development, self-growth, going back to school. There's pressure to discern what they're doing with their time and which investments they are making. And if you can see at the very core of this mobile is the heart, right? And what does a mobile, I don't even know, mobile, I don't know how to say it, but what is at the core for a mobile to function properly? What needs to be in place? A divine balance, right? You can't have a heavier side, it'll be lopsided. So there's something interesting here about this heart being at the core. So the message here is accessing the heart's truth will bring things into balance, but it is in the reverse. So they're not very confident in their ability to discern in alignment with their heart's truth. Again, it's a continuation of the previous message. Okay. Yeah, it's sad. There's a sad energy here because there is a disconnection. There's a separation, right? And just like urgency, separation is an illusion. However, it's an illusion that can severely affect our psyche. We can really believe that separation is real. We lose that gratitude, we lose that sense of oneness, and we can get pulled down into these darker, denser ideas or false perceptions. Excuse me. Okay, there's some really intense language here and kind of cruel, so I'm trying to temper these energies a little bit. It's like dispassionate, ignorance, oblivious. If they feel like very loaded words. And so this doesn't feel like it's coming from outside the house. This feels like maybe this is the language the masculine energy is using to speak to their internal parts. Maybe they feel like they're I can't talk tonight, failing, or they're missing a big piece of something. Maybe they are blaming self instead of loving the parts of self that are struggling. Yeah, divine masculine energy is in chaos right now. And yet, even in all this, we have here's more language: mundane, misfortune, pessimism, doubt. There's so much. These are words that I would use if I was dysregulated and in fear. If I was activated within my system, these are the words that I would use. So let's take a moment and send a lot of love to our internal and external masculine energies right now. What's really beautiful in this row of in the primary position, which is the top row, every card is reversed except one. And the one card that is upright is the 11 card. It's the red. It says red. This is a brand new deck for me, so bear with me as I take in the imagery and the symbols. It's really interesting because this beautiful woman is standing behind an older woman. And it looks like she's an angel. She has wings, but I find it fascinating that there's so much red. You know, it's and her halo is red. So there's something here. I'm getting a little emotional. There's a message here about this woman who the angel is visiting. She's older, or she appears to be older, maybe in her late 70s or something. And we have this emotions and healing, devotion and integration card here. So there's something here. I'm wondering if the masculine energy is in this utter chaos because they're actually cleaning up their karma by integrating their ancestral trauma. This fits the bill. This makes a lot of sense why there's this level of chaos and then this beautiful, grounded, supported, divine acknowledgement. Ooh, okay, big message. Took up a lot of space in my chest. Okay. Are we ready to move forward? Yes, is the answer. Let's see. I find it interesting that we have, and by the way, I don't put these in any order. I don't put them in order to make sense or make the story fit. I just put them out as they come out. So I find it fascinating that we have my sexuality is sacred and come home to your body. Notice all of the orange, notice the sacral chakra, the second chakra, right? This is our center for creativity, sexuality, sensuality, how and where we invest our eros. And so another piece of the trauma that masculine energy may be integrating right now is all the fracture points that they have experienced within their sexuality. So all the times where they said yes and moved forward with their sexuality or sensuality or intimacy with the external world, when maybe they weren't sure that themselves and the other party were both a definite yes, a full body yes. And in those moments where there's a fuzzy frequency, where there's a gray area, those moments can cause these fracture points where we can actually leak energy, right? If the masculine is in doubt and they take action anyway, and it doesn't just have to be intimacy, it could be anything in their life where they have made a choice without feeling 100% within themselves, or without feeling that the other person, place, or thing was 100%, it could leak power. And if we don't go back and clean these moments up and repair these little fractures and have clearing, closing conversations, we can leak energy, infinitely until we clean these moments up. There's a message here around the masculines slowly honoring their own sensitivity. We have this card here, your sensitivity is a gift. And I don't know if you see these string of pearls, and we have a starfish and a seahorse. Now, what I'm drawn to is the seahorse. So male, I think seahorses are one of the only species where the male actually carries the children. Carries the eggs, or I don't know how their reproductive system works, but I do know that the male seahorses do carry their babies and give birth. And so there's something here about finally the masculines claiming their birthright to sensitivity and honoring that their sensitivity is a gift, despite what culture has told them, despite what other masculine energies in their life or in their lineage has told them. So essentially they've been living under this illusion that their sensitivity wasn't welcome, that so they abandoned their truth, their sensitivity, so I know I keep saying the word sensitivity, but really let's break it down. Our sensitivity, whoever you are, our sensitivity is an extension of our nervous system, right? We use our perceptual system to feel different things, to gain different information about the world around us. And somewhere along the way in our culture, we have gendered sensitivity and emotion and feelings and made it unacceptable for masculine energies to express, right? So there's something here about coming home to self. You are safe here. It is safe now for the masculine energy to come out of their stoic closet and share vulnerably. By doing this, they are clearing their massive karma. If you can see this is like one half of a scale. So it's like by clearing this karma again, they are coming back into balance. Interesting how this theme of balance came full circle that we started with. Wow, that is a really beautiful message. And then we can imply that once sensitivity discovers it is safe, right? Once masculine energy discovers it is safe to really exist and get comfortable in this vulnerability, so much healing is on the table, right? There's so much possibility and infinite ways that they can express and move into themselves and get to know these feminine parts of their predominantly masculine experience, right? There's such a profound opportunity for healing that the masculines get to do. Cool messages. Very cool. Okay, let's see what is next. I love these little, I got this pocket oracle. It's Angels and Ancestors, and I've been really enjoying it. Okay, let's see what the angels and the ancestors have to gift us, actually. All right, I'm just going to riff on this energy. Yeah, so now that they're gaining access to this sweet, sweet vulnerability, what also is coming online is this internal mother. We have this beautiful Earth Mother card. It says, feel loved and comforted, right? If, again, divine masculine energy has been working towards this theme of vulnerability and integrating their inner feminine. And now that their masculine feels safe enough, this invitation to and towards individuation is here, and they actually can take action on it because they feel safe to do so. It's interesting. We have this Stargazer card. It says, set your sights higher, and the seer, see beyond the current situation. So again, as the feminine energy deepens in the masculine, they are accessing their intuitive flow. They're accessing this intuitive river of light that is constantly flowing through them, yet has been distorted or blocked for so long. They're being asked to trust in the higher forces, right? Now that they find safety and vulnerability, they can trust in the unknown, because prior to this moment, there was such profound fear, and there was not enough safety or the perception of safety for them to feel safe to take another step forward on this path of surrendering to the mystery, surrendering to the divine. Okay. Yep. It says surround yourself with protective energy, be open to healing information, and trust your talents in these changing times. So let's just honor that masculine energy is sort of like a newborn fawn right here. Didn't we have a deer somewhere? I swear I saw a deer. Am I missing it? Maybe it was when I was shuffling, but I swear I saw a deer. Anyway, think about when a baby, when a fawn is born, and those first moments that they come out, they immediately try to stand up, but their legs are a little bit wobbly. This is what the masculine energy is going through right now. They're finding their footing. They are getting, I was about to say they're getting their sea legs, but you know, oh, actually, the secondary message there is yes, they are getting their sea legs on these emotional waters. Wow, that is such a cool message that kind of ambushed me right there. It's interesting to hear we have another caduceus. We have this kundalini with the, usually on the top of these staffs, there is the wings of Hermes. And then on top, there's usually a pine cone looking thing, which is usually a symbol of an awakened pineal gland, an opened, an activated what am I is the word I'm trying to say? Anyway, you get what I'm trying to say. There is an awakening card here. And oh, I never even realized, but right over this little chalice, there's Metatron's cube. There's a dodecahedron. So that is interesting. And I'm very drawn to all of the green. So again, be open to healing information. What this is saying is divine masculines are being called to open their hearts. The deeper they go on this path of vulnerability, the more sacred information that they get to receive. I'm drawn to this seer and this woman with, she's a veiled woman, right? Meaning they don't need their vision to see, right? They gain these perceptions from their opened third eye. Okay. Yeah, in the unconscious, we have the wise one. Grow within your current situation. I'm going to put that next to the shaman card. And if you notice, they both have owls, right? Owls for me are symbolize wisdom. And so the masculine energy has not fully integrated this divine access, right? They're just getting their footing. So it makes sense that they wouldn't fully trust it yet. Okay. Okay, I'm taking these two unconscious cards together. We have relationships are assignments, and notice the butterflies. Is that a moth or a butterfly? I don't know, but we're going to say it's a butterfly and honor that it's a symbol of transformation. Also, we can flip-flop it and also entertain the moth, right? Moths are attracted to light, right? They're attracted to illumination. And then we have this time to go card. It says transformation, completion, confirmation, and exit. So yes, masculines aren't ready to complete a certain cycle. Specifically, I'm getting the message here that if there is a karmic feminine involved, and mind you, we are talking about 3D external relationships. This is just what this message is. But this whole reading, hold on, let me finish one thought ahead before I get ahead of myself. Yes, divine masculines are struggling to close a chapter. They're struggling to allow something to die so that something else can be reborn. I don't know if you can see on camera, but on these suitcases that are quite literally in the portal, they are in the doorway. Everything is packed. They're ready to go. It looks like there's a passport on the counter or on the nightstand. On these suitcases, there are wings. We have so many wings in this reading. We have 2 birds. We have those wings, and under here we have another set of wings. I feel like we had another card of wings. Anyway, feathers everywhere. There's so much It is time for masculine energy to take flight. They are being called to do so, and yet something still remains in the shadows that they have to look at. There's another piece of this puzzle that lies within these relationships that they need to receive and integrate before they can fully let go and be free to travel and explore other areas of life. Okay, and there's a message here. So that was a very specific 3D external message, right? I don't normally speak too much about the specifics of, third parties and kind of, I try to stay away from the relationship drama that can come out sometimes in readings. I really am trying to hone myself and help you hone your skills to access the highest and best possible interpretation of these scenarios so that we can take radical accountability, because truly I'm interested. I don't just come here for my, health and wellness, even though it is a part of my service and I love it. I am interested in moving the needle. I am interested in investing in work that moves the needle. And that work gets to be anything that really fuels us forward on this path. So again, I try to stay away from more of the kind of 3D drama type scenarios. However, a little bit of it came up in this reading in the shadows. But what I wanted to share in the very beginning, and I totally forgot, but grateful it's coming back around now, is that I understand how difficult and traumatic these twin flame paths have been. Trust me, I have been through it. I wouldn't be here sharing these readings with you if I haven't moved through many, many layers of my own crap. In saying that, I also want to honor how difficult it is to individuate from this person, from this path. It's so difficult to individuate from the lessons, to separate oneself of, what's mine and what's other. What is on my side of the street versus what is on their side of the street? Can we call our spirit back to our side of the street and deal with only what's right in front of us in the present moment? So I want to remind you that yes, it's very easy to get caught up in our external relationships, in our external projections and perceptions of a real life human being. However, I invite you to, even just for one reading, I was about to say a week, but that felt too long. Even just for one reading, try to train your perception, try to train your awareness to listen to these masculine readings as if it's your internal masculine. And I have looked at my, analytics from the YouTube channel. It's almost solely women on this channel. So there's a lot of sacred divine feminines who are watching, who are doing the double duty, right? It's holding the path it's more than double duty actually, because they're holding their path for their inner feminine and inner masculine, and external feminine and external masculine. So I want to give you so much credit for entertaining these alternate ideas, but also what will move the needle the most is if you start looking through the lens at these readings of your internal masculine. It's really hard, especially if you've suffered greatly on this path. It can be really triggering because let's just be honest, we get called out very quickly when you start to do this. It's really easy to project our pain onto someone else, but when you start looking through the lens that this is actually my inner masculine going through these things, my inner masculine is scattered, is passive, is tense, is disconnected, is ignorant, is separate, is oblivious, is pessimistic. Like when you start looking at these things, it can be incredibly activating. If it is, know that you're hitting the sweet spot, that you are being called to caretake and hold space for your sacred inner masculine. Okay. I wanted to get some inner child cards because I'm getting to know this deck. Let's see what comes out. All right, anything for divine masculines? Spirit, what would you like to share? They're working so hard to show up and take accountability and responsibility for what's on their side of the street. What would support them right now? Let me just see if anything else wants to come out before I read. Whoa, block came out. Let's see. Okay, we have you are wanted. There is a home waiting within. This reminds me of this beautiful Earth Mother card. You know, there is a home with a exalted father and an exalted mother waiting for you. I'm drawn to this. They're waiting with the lights on. They're keeping the lights on for you to find your way back home. And then we have this card. It says, review your responsibilities. Not all responsibilities are ours to hold. This was, I feel like I just said a version of this, of being able to access our wise discernment over, again, what is on our side of the street and what is on someone else's side of the street. And we can meet these people, and it could be your partner, or it could be a family member, a coworker, a relative, a friend, anyone. We have to make sure that we can discern what is ours and what is others. And I always like the street visual or analogy, because we can meet someone halfway on the median between our streets, but we cannot cross over to their side of the street and start filling their potholes and, picking up the litter. It distracts us from taking full responsibility and keeping an eye on our street to make sure we are grounded. Let's see. I'm not going to take these because they're too many. Let me see if anything else wants to come out. Anything else for divine masculines? Anything else? Okay, we have go on an adventure. Today's the day to try something daring. Yeah, you can take that literally, but in terms of this reading, I would say that for divine masculine energy, going on an adventure and that thing that is daring to them is actually standing in their vulnerability. Right? That's a daring thing to do for someone who gets deeply triggered, or they shut down often when confronted with any sort of imperfection or adversity. So yes, divine masculine energy, you're being called to dare to want something more for yourself. Dare to claim this home space with this exalted mother and father. I love that phrase, by the way, exalted. Usually we hear it in exalted feminine, exalted masculine, but there's something about exalted mother, exalted father that just feels so good in my heart, because we're all inner children, right? We're all working out our particular brand and flavor of inner child crap. So it's really comforting to even include this inner mother and inner father. And yeah, in the unconscious, in the shadows, we have be still, cultivate a space of stillness and silence to just be. Again, it is being pushed in the shadows. So something that is very common with masculine energy is a million ways they have developed bypasses to this vulnerability, or ways to distract themselves or divert this responsibility. So it's very easy for masculine energy to avoid the stillness. This could also show up in the form of ghosting people, ghosting even people they love, friends, family, their beloved, old partners, old coworkers. There's something here about completely shutting down communication. Okay, this is a weird message. I don't know if you could see this, and I don't know if I'm seeing things. Do you see in this kind of this, it almost looks like the Aurora Borealis here, but do you see this shape? Doesn't it look like a dove flapping its wings? So yes, this card came out in the shadow position. However, in the illuminated position, in the light position, their divine masculines will find this peace, love, and harmony if they access this stillness. I swear we had another dove. Oh, right here. Here was the other dove in the mobile. More feathers, more wings. I just saw a feather here. Feathers around the fox. Very interesting. Okay, what else should we get? Let's get a twin flame card. All right, anything else for divine whoa. All right then. We have, I feel like they got this in the other reading. Enter your vortex, aligning with infinite abundance. You know, it's just another message. You know, when we go deep like this, we start to see the same messages come out. Yeah, it's another call for divine masculines to enter their dark night, enter their darkness, take radical accountability for all the fracture places where they don't feel safe. And by taking this radical accountability for what they do need to feel safe, they can step into their deeper power by accessing and wielding their free will in a way that they feel grounded and protected. We have karmic relationship, releasing the past, which we also have they're clearing their karma. We have the queen, divine feminine energy, harmonize, let your light shine, and soul merger, ebb and flow. Which, I don't know if you could see here, there are these two doves, not doves, what do you call them? Swans, two swans intertwining. Swans are such a twin flame symbol. Yeah, there's something here as well about beautiful divine masculines. You have no idea how sweet it is going to be when you feel completely safe and open and dare to show your vulnerable heart, dare to show your warm, soft, gooey insides to your divine feminine, either internal or external. Either one, you will access this exalted state. How beautiful. And then we have to get some divine masculine Buddha wisdom cards, just because why not? Anything else for divine masculines? Okay, we have, as long as you have unwavering faith, you are a truth seeker. And we also have, however many holy words you speak, what good will they do if you do not act upon them? You know, this is again, you know, coming out of the darkness and allowing someone to see you in your vulnerability. Anything else for divine masculines? Anything else? And we have, you are what you think. Pure thoughts bring inspiration and happiness. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I hope this was supportive. It was a strong, this reading had a really strong vibration, but we have to remember that where there is an intense vibration, there is great transformation and movement. So let us celebrate that the masculine energy is in this, is holding their center for love in this flavor of chaos. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, and I will see you in the next one.